Today I have this fruit cup, and it has peaches in it, and I didn't realize it until I opened it up, but it has like a jello-like consistency to it. I'm assuming the jello from the flavor is like a banana and strawberry. And I also have some chips. They're a Lay's brand. It's a garden tomato and basil, which is like my favorite chip, I guess, right now. I've never had this before, but it's interesting. I actually made a video yesterday, but but when I got done with it, I just wasn't really satisfied with it. And so I just deleted it. It was just me drinking some orange tea and having some crackers. Um, mm, I just wasn't really satisfied with it. But yesterday I talked about quite a few things in the video. I don't know if I want to go back into that or not, but I'm going to be starting my new job pretty soon. And I really didn't talk about this, but I didn't really want to, I don't know, I just didn't want to talk about it, but a few months ago, I got laid off from my job, and I've been looking for a job since then. And how I got laid off was really ridiculous. I'm not going to go into that maybe another time, but I've been like really stressing out about it because me and my boyfriend have been behind in the bills, and this has been really stressful. So finally, I get a new job, and of course, when I finally get this job and when this starts soon, I get like all of these callbacks. I have gotten like no callbacks at all, and all of a sudden now I've gotten like 3 callbacks in like days after getting this job, and I'm just like, it's so, and this has actually happened to me before. This is so annoying. Like one of the jobs was a job that I think I would enjoy more. It's working at the FSU, or Florida State University bookstore, and I would like doing that, I would think, but I don't know if I'm going to get like as many benefits from this other job I'm about to undertake, so I don't know. This is really not that appealing to me. Like, I didn't buy this really. I really don't really eat things like this typically. I think like my boyfriend likes to buy kind of like small snack type things, and I typically don't like buying things like that. That's just me. And so I kind of feel like the type of things he buys is like the type of things that like a soccer mom would carry in her oversized bag for her children. And it's kind of like depressing. But it was like, I had to take a drug test for, oh, that was my finger. I had to take a, drug test for this new job, which is like fine. I really don't. But I go to the clinic and I'm in the waiting room, and it's like one of those places where their waiting room has lamps that aren't plugged in that says anything. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about, I think that speaks for itself. And one of the people who was waiting, like, it was like this older, not old, he was like a middle-aged guy, but he was like visibly very nervous, and he was muttering to himself. I think he was just schizophrenic, but I think he was having a conversation with himself. What was it? I think it was first about Meatloaf, and then it went on to Windex. And I'm just glad that I didn't have to pay for the drug test. So I don't know how well you can hear me eating this. But I started rewatching today The L Word, and I've watched The L Word, oh god, like all the way through, like the entire series, like I think 3 times now, and I will occasionally here and there just like watch a random episode. And it's like by far one of my favorite shows. And because I think I had a conversation about this with a friend somewhat recently, but if you don't know what The L Word is, it's a show about these friends who are lesbians and they live in LA. It's really great. And then there's another show, I think it's a show that it's compared to a lot, which is Queer as Folk. And to me, I feel like Queer as Folk, the difference between Queer as Folk and The L Word, and Queer as Folk was a good show. It was a great show. I think it did a lot of good. But I think it was limited in the sense that how should I put this? It was a show a lot mainly about like gay social issues, and it opened up a possible forum for people who didn't normally talk about these type of things to do so, gave him a chance to, which was great. I feel like the L Word, though, is a show about relationships. It's not really, I think I really stopped seeing the show after a while about lesbians. I stopped focusing about that and started focusing on the fact that here are these group of people in their interpersonal relationships, and yeah, the show is totally off the wall and crazy. These insane things happen in the show. But I think it was a show about humans and interpersonal relationships, and which is not as finite as a show about gay social issues. I think The L Word was about a lot more than that. But again, I think really the Queer as Folk broke the ceiling for a lot of things, but it was still a lot more limited. I mean, like, really, the show stopped pretty much because there was really nothing else to talk about. Like, there were no more really important gay issues that need to be kind of talked about so that they can build a storyline on. So, and they talked about bullying, they talked about gay adoption, they talked about just all these gay legal rights, and they talked about all these different issues, but that was really, I feel like, what the show was. It was a show about simply, like, story arcs that were built upon social issues related to the LGBT community. So, definitely I would choose The L Word over Queer as Folk. I don't know why I'm zoning in on this fruit cup. I mean, I'm not eating it anymore. It's actually kind of gross. But I think it's because I like peaches, but I'm more of a fan. Like, I prefer grapes, and I like mangoes. I like oranges. I don't typically eat peaches. If you can hear that, that is thunder. It's at the moment not really raining. So, but it probably will be later. Well, I think that's about it. I will talk to you guys later.